It's hard enough, but burying your child is unimaginable. A mother reached out to the On Your Side investigators because she says the Henrico cemetery where her son is buried consistently floods and leaves standing water sitting on her son's grave and marker for days. It's an issue she's been dealing with for more than a decade and also a story we've covered in the past. We're new at 6 tonight. She's finally getting some answers.
When you bury your child, you never get over it. You have to learn to live differently.
Susan Vick's son, Jacob, may not physically be here, but their conversations never stop.
This is a place that I come to pray and to talk to him and tell him great things that his sisters are doing, great things our family are doing, to talk to him about his daddy, or just to talk to him and to find some solace.
It was October 2013 when the phone rang and she was told her only son, a football player at New Kent High School, was rushed to the hospital and passed away just 6 days before his 16th birthday.
And I feel like I've gone through every stage there is of grief, and you go back to them and you get stuck and you get hung up. And I miss Jacob every single day. I think about him every day. I carry him in my heart every day.
Years later, depending on when she visits his grave at Washington Memorial Park, she's met with a flood of frustration.
When you come out here after rain or snow, it basically looks like a swimming pool. It's mushy land. Grass is coming away from the marble markers. Some of the plots are literally underwater. When you go down to the drainage, there's at least 5 inches of water over the drainage. You have to change your shoes walking to the markers back and forth. It's unacceptable.
She says she's been given various explanations, including outdated drainage systems and the weather, but no lasting solutions.
They have raised my son's marker a few times, and they did raise the grass a little bit or put fill dirt in, but again, that's a Band-Aid. It's the problem, and telling me that they can't do the drainage because it's too old, or it's a county problem of Henrico County, and that I'm not allowed to call, that they need to call. So I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do.
That's when she called the 12 On Your Side investigators. When I reached out to the cemetery and asked specifically about the drainage issue, they told me while water typically drains within a few hours, the unusual rainfall this year has made conditions more challenging. They go on to say, "We have taken steps to help mitigate the issue, including raising markers, adding soil, and implementing other improvements to promote better drainage. We continue to evaluate long-term solutions." The cemetery initially told me they no longer sold new property in that section where it floods and will provide alternative options to impacted families when requested. When I asked what those alternative options were, the cemetery told me any specific requests made by families are considered private.
This is a physical resting spot for my son's body, but it makes me sad because I come out here because I am sad, and then I have to deal with that on top of it, and then it makes me angry, and it's just not right.
So in terms of what those alternative options are, the mom says she called the cemetery and they offered her 4 options of moving her son's grave. One option would be at no cost. The other 3 would be a fee. The family says they will meet with the cemetery in person to discuss further options.